Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us Across the Fence. I'm Fran Stoddard. Adolescence is always a challenging time. Being a teen today has added issues and complications: COVID, identity, inclusion, school violence, and social media. To amplify these themes and voices of Vermont's youth, an original musical was created for and by young Vermonters called Listen Up. Award-winning filmmaker of over a dozen films, Bess O'Brien, who has a soft spot for theater, produced the musical that has also been made into a film. Bess joins us today along with cast member and freshman at South Burlington High School, Averys Performance. Welcome, Bess and Averys.
Hi, Fran.
It's great to have you here. So, Bess, you're known for your transformative documentaries, but you've always loved theater. In brief, how did this project come about?
Well, I had actually done a project like this about 15 years ago called the Voices Project, which was the same concept, which was creating an original musical based on the lives of Vermont teens. And I'd made a bunch of documentary films and just was in the mood for doing some theater and thought, why not do it again 15 years later and see what kids are thinking about, wanting in their lives, hopes, fears, dreams for the future. So we came up with the idea of creating another original musical. We called it Listen Up instead of the Voices Project. And we spent 8 months first in 2018, across the state, talking to hundreds and hundreds of teenagers and just collecting their stories and their ideas and listening to them. And from that, we then got a number of teenagers together to help create a script with myself and Gary Miller. We sort of oversaw it, but kids gave us feedback. They helped write the script. Then we were about to bring about 20 students together to write the music because it's a musical.
Right.
And then COVID happened. So this was March 2020. And we were supposed to get these students together to write the music over a couple of weekends in workshops. And of course, everything stopped. Dead cold, and we realized that we were not going to be able to meet in person, so we moved all of the music writing workshops online and did them on Zoom and wrote all of the music on Zoom with small groups of like 2 or 3 students with a music mentor. So that was extraordinary. We finished the script online. We did auditions online, and the auditions were actually moved up about a year because at this point we realized that COVID was not going to go away anytime soon. And so we pushed the whole show to the summer of 2021. And
Right.
So essentially we cast the show last spring, and then we rehearsed the show, bringing all of the company, the teenagers, 25 teens from across the state, plus about 15 to 20 adults who were the professional staff, to Linden Institute, where we all, were lucky enough at that point last July to be together without masks, not having to social distance, and to be able to rehearse together and make this thing happen. And then we toured the show last August.
Right.
And we finished on August 15th, which was literally just as Delta was coming around the corner. So we'll just made it.
Just made that gap. So I'd like to turn to Avery, who clearly you auditioned online, which is kind of crazy. So a little bit about that experience, and then what it was like to be together with people, with this cast for 4 to 6 weeks in person.
Well, the auditioning phase was a little bit difficult to figure out. Obviously, everything over Zoom is a little bit complicated. but it was great. I got to meet two of my other cast members during the auditions, and it was really great. I got to meet Bess and Alyssa. Alyssa's our music director, and everyone was so nice and really got the nerves taken away from me. And it was an all-around great experience. But the actual rehearsing was probably the best part, because the best way to describe it would be surreal. I made so many friends, and actually they're more of a second family at this point. Everyone was so nice. I got so many great pieces of advice about life, and I gained so much from the experience, so I'm just really happy
A
about it.
lot of collaboration going on there. Well, I'd like to show one of the numbers that you solo in, Avery. It's about that elusive goal, faking perfect, trying to be perfect. It's a wonderful piece. Let's take a look.
All the likes are never enough. I'm not pretty.
People can be so mean. Why aren't I more like her?
Why do I pretend to like people I don't? I'm not their IRL friend. Do I accept the request?
All they see is victory. Maybe a girl might notice me.
My sister is so beautiful. If only I could look like her.
Online the days blur.
Did anybody like my post? Wasting time online, I know.
Ignoring real life friends the most.
No one wants to see the real me. No one wants to see.
No one wants to see the real me.
No one wants to see the real me. I'll trust in you if I ever need a friend. Confide in me, and I'll help the best I can. The fact is, no one's perfect, though we all pretend to be. But life's a battlefield, so you best walk in threes. All the hard times may come, but we will stand the test. We're done faking perfect, gonna give this world our best.
All right, nice. What a voice, Avery. That was just beautiful. So going back to that, what was that whole time, rehearsing and then doing this performing? What did you and maybe some other members of the cast personally gain from that experience?
Well, we had a lot of fun together, but we also were able to become more professional and get serious when we needed to be. We learned so much from our amazing directors and choreographers. We did so much together that we became more of a family, and there were no secrets around us. We were all very open together. But I really think we all gained more confidence, because with me starting high school, it was something that really helped me. But altogether, it was a great experience, and I feel like I've been changed as a person from Listen Up.
Yeah, I bet. It's amazing. So Best, the play toured, of course, in the summer at outdoor venues. It was made into a very good film, as we saw at Shelburne Farms. Tell us about the distribution and what your plan is for that movie.
So because we were in a very small window this summer, aware of the fact that COVID could come back, which it did, we did 8 performances outdoors. We toured the stage, and Avery, I'm sure, remembers doing a show and then having to break down the whole stage and put it into a truck so that we could move to the next town. So it was a lot to do. And we did 8 shows, which was amazing across the state. But I also realized that there would be a lot of people who wouldn't have had a chance to see the show. So we did a 5-camera shoot of the performance at Shelburne Museum for 2 nights. And from that, we edited together the movie of the show. And it's actually pretty doggone good.
Yeah. It is.
It's always a challenge to shoot a live show and make it powerful and immediate, but I think it works. And so that is now available on our website. Anybody can watch it. I would encourage parents to sit down and watch it with their kids. I would encourage, obviously, teachers, really grandparents. If you want to know what your grandchildren are thinking about, watch this. And we're now about to start getting it into the schools. We're going to be
Great.
offering it to schools for free.
Awesome. And to find out more for your community or your family about Listen Up, or to watch the film, you can visit www.listenupvt.org, or you can call Kingdom County Productions at 802-357-4616. And Avery, back to you. What would you like our viewers to take away from this program about what's needed for the well-being of teenagers?
Well, the main message for us was we want people to start listening. I feel that a lot of adults think they understand teenagers, but really at the end of the day, they don't know everything. And at the end of the playbill, we have a list of demands that the entire company wrote together. But if you were unable to see the show, it's also on our website. And it's really a message to all adults and everyone in general what teenagers are looking for, things that we need to grow as people and for everyone to understand us better.
Sure, and among them is a place to get together, to have an experience like you had with this film. Anything you want to add to that, Bess?
Well, I would just ask Avery, for you, what were some of the issues that really stood out for you that you think are important for adults to think about, or that were meaningful to you?
Yeah, probably the biggest one for me would be to stop putting stress on teenagers. We already deal with so much with school and lockdown drills and racism and homophobia, and teenagers really don't need more stress added to that, which is what sometimes adults do to us. And it would be great if people would start listening to us instead of interrogating us and thinking that we're always so suspicious and are always up to something.
Really good advice. Avery, thank you so much, and Bess O'Brien for putting this together. We'll be listening to both of you also, and good luck into your future.
Thank you.
And thank you all for listening today. I'd like to go out with another piece of beautiful music from this creative endeavor. It's a number from Listen Up. Thank you for joining us. I'm Fran Stoddard. Here you go.
I'm Generation 1.5, been straddling this great divide. No one really knows how to describe me, so I struggle with how to define me. I'm Generation 1.5, Generation 1.5. American soil was not mine at birth. Not mine. But it was my sister's. See, my family came here in search of the same stuff we all do. Opportunity. Opportunity. Growth. Growth.